Last time you felt a little ill or something, you had some weird symptom. Did you go to the doctor or did you just go to Dr. Google? Well, many more Americans are doing just that. They're getting online to figure out what their symptoms really mean. What kinds of issues is that leading to? Dr. James, a medical expert, a doctor, of course, with diamondphysicians.com, is here to tell us his experience. Dr. James, great to have you here.
Hey, good afternoon. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, so when you've got patients coming in, have they already typically investigated what they think the problem might be?
It depends on my patients here at Diamond Physicians in Dallas. Some of my clients, they definitely look online and try to figure out what's going on first. And other clients, they come in and they want my opinion first, and then they go and research after I've made a diagnosis. I prefer the latter of the two.
Now, what happens if they've done their own Googling, and apparently there are these things called system checkers. I'm not familiar with that. How do those work anyway, those system checkers online?
Well, system checkers, basically you put in a list of symptoms and it generates a proposed diagnosis. Now, the problem is medicine is fairly complicated, and we go to school for a decade or more to figure out all the complex algorithms that are involved in modern medicine. So a lot of times these symptom checkers are very inaccurate. So they can give a diagnosis that's completely false or give a diagnosis that is underdiagnosed. So you have a serious condition and it says you have something like, left leg pain or calf strain, but you really have a DVT, a deep vein thrombosis, something that requires medical attention. So I want listeners to focus on going to your primary care physician for the initial diagnosis.
And then you can research it from there. But let me ask you this, and if they show up and they've got their own opinion, do you find sometimes that you have to argue it out with them? Or?
Oh, no, I'm very straightforward. I give my recommendation, and it's up to the patient to decide whether or not to listen to my recommendations. You've come to my office, you've come here for my advice and my expertise. I give that advice, and then it's up to the client to do whatever they wish with those recommendations.
With the recommendations, but if they've been online researching, does it somehow harden their own thinking where they're less likely to really listen to you?
Sometimes, more in the emergency room than in my private practice. In the ER, I will see some patients that have these hardened premonitions about their diagnoses, and then I have to go in and explain why.
Well, it's not correct. And as a doctor, do you yourself ever do you Google things to try to figure something out yourself? Or?
No. We actually have very expensive subscription-based models. I use a program called Up to Date. It costs several $1,000s a year, and it goes through tens of thousands of peer-reviewed journals only. So it only goes with clinically evidence-based data from physicians all over the world, and it picks out the most relevant information for a particular topic, and it has basically every topic in medicine. So that's the only source that I use, the only source that I depend on, because I know for a fact that the information is accurate and medically based.
And what do you think of the forums? Because it seems like there's a forum now for every single disease now: Crohn's, colitis, headaches, back pain. Is there anything good to learn out there?
Well, if you want to join a forum with individuals who have similar diagnoses, I think there's nothing wrong with that, and those forums can offer support and sometimes valuable information for a particular person if you'd say you do have Crohn's or migraines. Mm-hmm. So I don't see anything wrong with that. Once you have a diagnosis made by a physician, I don't have any problem with finding out as much information as you can about that diagnosis. In fact, I encourage my clients to read about an ailment and educate yourself as much as possible, because it makes our relationship that much stronger.
Tell me this, though. If they get on a forum, though, are they likely to run into alternative ideas, things that you yourself as a doctor may not agree with?
Yeah, it's a possibility, but I like those interactions and those discussions. I want my clients to seize control of their health and be worried about their health and try and find out as much as they can. So I don't have any problem with, once I make a diagnosis, clients doing research and then coming back to me and say, hey, Dr. J, should I do this? Should I implement these strategies? I don't have a problem with that. The things that irritate doctors are when people Google their symptoms and come up with these off-the-wall diagnoses that don't make any sense.
Oh, they actually give you a full diagnosis. They give you the diagnosis when they walk in, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I think, that's what we're here for. We went to school for a very long time, and that's why you should go to your doctor and be proactive about your health. Don't wait till you have a serious issue. Go in, get checked out every quarter, and let's be proactive about our health.
Dr. James, the website diamondphysicians.com, diamondphysicians.com, down there in Dallas, but what's spreading out all over the country, right?
That's right. We opened our second location in North Dallas, in Frisco, and we will hopefully be in Michigan soon. We're launching a national franchise initiative. I think in 2 Fridays, we should have our franchise disclosure documents done. So we're looking for investors, physicians, anybody who wants to join the direct primary care movement and blanket the country with affordable health care.
Yeah. Dr. James, again, diamondphysicians.com. Hey, Dr. James, thanks.
Hey, thanks for having me on the show.
Yep, that does it for us. Michael Cohen, producer Mike Peterson. We're back. We're back tomorrow because tomorrow is yet another weekday. It'll be Wednesday, and we'll be right here at 6 p.m., 1320 WILS. Good night.